is the end of the road for them too. They will come in an equal 25th and 29th place respectively. So, wow. Unfortunately for, I mean, you got people who are going to advance on, you got people who are not going to advance
Yeah.
on. That's just the name of the game.
Yes.
So those are unofficial results, but that pretty much looks like it's going to stay like that. So congratulations to Sadi and Rita Perez.
Yes, congratulations to the Japanese and to the Portuguese because of their riders and their performance. They were amazing. And now coming up next, what we have, Manny, we have Isamar Vivas from Venezuela, with Isbelia Valdivieso also from Venezuela, Eng Macau from Australia, and Ruth Parra from Venezuela too. We have three Venezuelan riders surfing with an Australian rider on the heat number 2 of the run, number 3. Let's see.
Well,
Where
the conditions are still good. We still have waves, and look at this right off the bat.
on the blue jersey we have Ruth Parra from Venezuela.
She's
Nice
been living here in
reverse.
Isabela and probably been
Yes.
riding middles for longer than a lot of the riders here. So she's got a lot of practice, and it shows right there
Yes.
with a solid wave right off the bat. Ruth.
Ruth Parra from Venezuela with a nice reverse and a power roll on the inside section. She's on the blue jersey. Let's wait for the scores of Ruth Parra from Venezuela. The other riders, we're speaking about Isamar Vivas. Let's wait for the replay. Are we going to have the replay? Yes. No. Okay, as I was saying, we have Isamar Vivas from Venezuela, Isbelia Valdivieso from Venezuela too, and Emma Cobb from Australia.
Somebody took
Emma Cobb is a really, really good rider coming from Australia. She's strong, powerful, and she has really good skills on big waves. And she was killing her hit yesterday. And I think that he's gonna keep doing a great performance out here in the Encanto Pro World Series. Isamar Vivas, another professional athlete from Venezuela. She has been doing the tour for a couple of years. Professional bodyboarder in our country. And also we have Isbelia Valdivieso, a former national champ. She has been Pan American champion. She lives in Margarita Island. She's a really good athlete, and also she promotes the sport in Venezuela with bodyboarders community.
That's why I love having you in here because you know all the background information. I mean, I'm going to go out and pick and pry on everybody's
Yes, thank
competition,
you.
but you're doing a great job. Look at this.
Thank you so
Another
much.
look
We have the
of Ruth.
replay of Ruth Parra with a nice wave, nice reverse. And then she looked for the power station and she busts a nice roll through the leap and she lands it really, really powerful and controlled.
So Ruth pulling off a nice clean move off the right for her first wave. So we're still waiting for that score to come down. But Emma Cobb, I seen her a photo of her on Facebook, just going for a big roll on a big heavy section. I don't know who took it or where on Facebook I saw it, but it was massive. So don't count
Yes.
out Emma Cobb. She is out there. Look at that, 5.5 for Ruth's first wave, which is not bad to have that,
No.
first solid wave under your belt.
Yes, and it gives you, more confidence. You're gonna be then more quiet because you already have a nice wave to start and open your heat. And yeah, also I wanted to tell about Ruth Parra that she's not only a great bodyboarder because she's really passionate about bodyboarding. She's also a really committed girl to the environment. She has a organization called FEMS, that is Fundación Ecosocial de Mujeres Surfistas. That is a foundation that works, supporting poor communities, making social projects. She has been doing amazing jobs through Puerto Rico, Venezuela, and Indonesia. She has been here in La Perla working in bodyboarding clinics, making art projects with recycled materials. So big shout out to this girl because she's an amazing person. She's a great athlete and has been working in pro of the environment and the nature. So that's what we need. We don't only need good athletes. We need good persons. We need people committed and working for the nature, for the environment, and for a better way of living, in a better society, in a better world.
Oh.
And yes, we have 14 and 40 seconds remaining of the heat. Two of the round. Number three, we have Ruth Para holding the first place with a 5.5 wave. At second spot, we have Isamar Vivas with a 1 point. And at third place, we have Isbelio Valdivieso not catching waves yet. And Emma Cobb in the same situation with 0 points. So this is what we are enjoying. We are having these amazing bodyboarders in the water at the Encanto Pro 2012. That has been held in Middles Beach, Isabela.
So we do have some deteriorating conditions out there. The wind is coming in, and I looked over to the south, and it looked like there were some clouds ready to rock and roll over here. And I don't. You were here last year. Did
Yes.
you remember that storm? It was crazy within 20 minutes. But here we are, up and riding. Ruth, once again. Oh, not much there for Ruth. And we're trying to get her name spelled correctly. It is Ruth, not
Yes.
Rith. But Ruth Para is actually holding it together in first place with that one wave, 5.5. And the conditions are getting a little tough right now. The wind is a little hectic. And earlier in the day, we've seen a heat where almost no waves came in until the very last minute. So it's going to be pretty tough out here for the ladies. But here we go, up and riding. Isimar.
Isamar Vivas from Venezuela on the red jersey. She busts a rolo, the inside section. Let's wait for the scores. Isamar Vivas, she has been doing the tour for a couple of years, the whole tour, and she has been performing a great, how you say? No, it's not a great performance. She has been performing great results.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll take that.
Okay. Thank you. You're so kind.
No, you're saying it perfectly. You don't need my approval. You're doing
Okay.
fine. But out in the water, 12 minutes 40 seconds remaining.
Isbelia.
Isbelia, that's right.
Isbelia
And
Valdivieso.
and Emma Cobb have yet to catch a wave, so we're still coming to the halfway mark. So they have to start doing something. Again, 20-minute heats, top two waves will be scored, and I believe it's a 12-wave maximum. So if they catch a 13th wave or anything more than 12, those waves will not be scored. And the commentator, Juan Santos, he will let you know when you're coming up to that wave maximum, and he'll actually say you have to come out of the water. So we haven't seen anybody come that close, but look at this, out the back. Ruth, again, she's a wave magnet.
Yes.
Why it looked like there was a left on that. I think, does she like lefts, or is she all about the rights?
She loves the right and she likes the left. So
Because I know there's some riders who they can ride better on the rights, or they can ride better on the lefts, and
Yes.
they're not that good on the opposite direction. And that could be bad if other
Yes.
competitors know, because they'll start blocking you and pushing
Definitely.
you on the side that you're not that good on. So
Definitely.
you don't, if you are like that, you don't want to tell anybody,
Definitely, yes.
but they'll figure it out.
Strategy. So it's better to serve for both sides.
So we are waiting for Nicole to set up the interview with the winner of the last heat. That's going to be coming up shortly. So don't go anywhere. Live action out the back. Could be some waves coming in. Is anyone in position?
Yeah.
Here we go. Taking a look. Emma Cobb on her first wave of the heat, coming off the bottom. Oh, a little late. Again, the whitewash is coming down prematurely because of the wind. The conditions making the wave a little bumpy, and the wind is starting to make the wave break unnatural. So
Yes.
Emma went up for her to do a maneuver, but the wind, it's going to be a big factor for the remaining of the day.
Yes, definitely the wind is working against the conditions now. It's not helping anything, but I think that the girls are really smart, and it's what's competition about. If it's not perfect conditions, you have to know how are you going to work it out with what you have. It's like when you're cooking. If you have to be creative.
Yep.
You don't have to have all the supermarket at home. You have to be just really creative and know how are you going to work it out.
I think that's a brilliant point. We've never heard that, angle before, and you're right. They have to adapt to the conditions because this morning was perfect, glassy, slide offshore. Had a little bump to it, but not like this. This is totally night and day from what we've seen from this morning. And I keep looking over my shoulder to see if those clouds are rolling in because the leaves outside my window are starting to flutter a little bit more faster than usual. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen here in the next hour or so. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. First heat or second heat of round number 3 in the women's division. Manny V here and Alejandra.
Altuve from Venezuela.
Yes. Giving you the live feed. 9 minutes remaining. It is Ruth Para who is leading the charge right now. And you can see the low scores right now. It's because the waves are not really coming in for this heat. You're going to have heats where it's a lot of waves. And then you're going to have heats where there's not too many waves. And I tell you what, the people in those heats where there's not a lot of waves coming in are just shaking their head going,
Definitely.
the heat before I was watching and it was going off, and now it looks like Mother Nature shut down just for a little bit. But knowing that that is possible, going out in your heat and getting a good medium size or solid or whatever wave in that first few minutes, it
Yes.
could be a huge factor when it comes down to the last few minutes. 8 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this heat. So what do you do to prepare for your heat? Do you sit and watch the waves for an hour, or whoa, stand by? Nope, nothing there for Isbelia. Do you do, I guess it's called visualization, where you sit and watch the waves a heat or two beforehand?
Yes, I used to watch the the all the previous heats and keep connected with the ocean and see where are the better waves, where it's going to be the best lineup for me and for what I'm looking for. And yes, it's definitely a work of visualization and focusing, and just making a kind of a storyboard of what you're going to have, when
Yep.
you're there, drawing the wave mentally and just trying to see what the strategy is going to work better depending on the riders that you're surfing with and the conditions that you got to work with. So yes, it's a previous preparation that I do every time that I compete, and it's a lot of learning still for me. It's new to me, the competition. So it's yes, it's like I'm studying, watching the girls, watching also the boys because they're really clean on their surfing, and it's yes all about being there, focused, and thinking and just looking forward to what I'm gonna do.
So what happens? Let's say you are Alex Oranga or PLC showing up the morning of your heat, and you're rushing, and you don't have time to look at the waves. You don't have time to stretch or whatever. How does that affect the mental part?
Definitely, you get so much more tired, when you're like that because you didn't have the time to get ready. You're in a hurry, and mentally you're gonna be exhausted. I went through that one time, and I definitely say no, I can't do this anymore because it took me for a surprise the time of my heat, and I got kind of late to the beach. It was early in the morning, but anyway, I wasn't ready. And mentally, I was like, no, I'm going to have my breakfast and then I'm going to watch the heat. And no, I got to the beach
Yep.
and my heat was the first one. And I didn't know where the waves are. I was surfing the first time with priority system. I didn't know about the priorities. And I definitely, didn't do good in my heat. And that was because of that, because I wasn't ready there with time enough to get connected with the ocean to know what I was gonna do, and definitely, it's not the best performance that we're gonna have.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see if anybody's ready for this set coming in out the back. There are waves still coming in, but you can just see the wind playing a major factor on the conditions, adding a little texture and bump to the wave. But at least there are waves. It could be 1 to 2 foot and windy, but
Yes.
we do have 3 to 4 foot waves coming in, still contestable out here on day number 2 of the live feed. But we've already been running about 3-4 days of competition
Yes.
here at Middles, just on the beach here in Isabela. And did I say I love Puerto Rico yet?
No, Puerto Rico.
I love Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
right, now I
it's
said it.
Amazing. It's amazing place. It's beautiful. I think it's a blessed island. All the people and the vibe that you can breathe. It's really nice. It's amazing.
I saw a turtle I went out
Wow.
yesterday after the event. I saw a turtle on the outside,
Wow.
and I tried to go paddle to it, but
Hmm.
you're not supposed to do that.
You
But
are
I
not.
tried to paddle to it, and then it just took off. But it was pretty awesome to see a turtle out in the surf when you're out having fun with all the boys. But
Yes.
yeah, Puerto Rico, I love coming here. Everybody, the good vibe, the good food, and the best part for me about this venue, the Encanto Pro, is Natasha does an excellent job on organizing everything, and
Yes.
two, it gets the whole tribe together. You got the open men's division, you got the drop nears, and yes, you have the women's division, all the
The ladies
female
division.
bodyboarders. Yeah,
Yes.
so it's good to see everybody all come together, and especially here in a beautiful place in Puerto Rico. So that's why I think this is probably one of the best events on my
It is.
list.
It is definitely. I think that we all think like that, Manny. We all feel like that. It's amazing. I am really, really thankful with all the Boricuas for having us here, for letting us surf on their patio. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Oh, I'm really, I feel really blessed because we have the opportunity to get to know new people, new places, try different and delicious food every day. So, thank you very much for having us. Muchas gracias a todos los boricuas por tenernos aquí, a todas las personas que nos han tratado maravillosamente. Siempre es un placer para nosotros estar aquí y somos muy afortunados por estar acá en la Isla del Encanto.
Translation, she loves it too. But yeah, it was amazing sitting on the beach, getting ready to go out yesterday. And the event was over for the day, but there's still a lot of people on the beach. And all of a sudden, I hear like full crowd, and somebody was just getting crazy. Look at this out the back, trying to make something happen here in the last few minutes of the heat. That was Isimad Vivas. Not a strong wave, but she's trying to build on a one. So, or yeah, I think she only has two waves, and
Yes.
she has a 3.88 and a one. So she's trying to build on that one just to get a little bit further away from Emma Cobb and Isbelia. But the conditions are tough, and if you're sitting like on a 1.65 like Emma Cobb, you have to do something right now with 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining. Even if you have to paddle to the inside to get a shoulder and do a 360 or a spin or a roll or something, Ruth is dominating right now with finding those open face waves. Here she is on the inside, trying to do a roll on the inside. And yes, that right now, if I was Emma Cobb or Isbelia, that's what I would be doing right now. Just find an open face wave and do a maneuver as force it if you have to, because if not, you're not gonna get out of this heat. Ruth showing you what you have to do.
And now we have on the first place with the last wave of Isamar Vivas. She's holding a first spot. At second place, we have now Ruth Para. At third place, we had Emma Cobb. And in fourth, we have Isbelia Valdivieso with a 150 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Ruth's last wave didn't come down yet. So, yes, now it did. She has a 4.73 on her last wave, which puts her back into first place. But now Isimar with a 3.88 and 3.08. She's okay right there. But Emma Cobb, if she comes up with a 5.31, will knock Isimar out of that spot and advance on. So Emma Cobb and Isbelia, they have a minute and a half to they have to do something.
They have to do something if they want to keep in the competition. And I think, yeah, it's just about, the conditions that are kind of hard to read and to surf. Girls are trying to do their best, and now we have it was paddling Emma Cobb, but she didn't went to that
Look
one.
at this. Look at this. Isimad, this is what she needs to do to get away from that third and fourth place riders. She has to put something together, but you know what? She's trying to build on a 3.08, and that might be it. Who knows? But Emma Cobb and Isbelia, this could be the end of the road. Less than a minute to go, and here they are out the back. Emma Cobb, can she make a difference right here? A 5.31. All she needs to do is this right here. That could be it. And is she going to try to do another one? Oh my, it's going to come down to the wire on this one, ladies and gentlemen. The judges have their work cut out for them. Emma Cobb looking for a 5.31 3-3, in fact, actually. And was that enough? Oh,
Oh,
my. 10
this is
seconds
intense.
remaining. 10
Woo!
seconds remaining. Isbelia is on the outside. She is waiting patiently, but time is running out. It's the end of the wire for Isbelia if
It's the
she didn't
end.
catch a wave. And
Yes.
Emma Cobb. Oh, my. The Aussies are waiting
I
to
wouldn't
see
like to
if
be in that situation.